Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and let's begin. Today I wanted to talk to you about sensitive subject. A lot of candidates ask us, does my nationality influence in any way the results of my application? Some candidates feel like because they belong to some nationality, they are being overlooked. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about that and see, is it true, how it works in Gulf countries, in like the Emirates, Qatar, Saudi, wherever you go. So if you're interested, let's talk about that. Before we start, I just wanted to mention that as I work in hospitality and our company works in hospitality, and this is kind of like one of the most diverse spheres in the Middle East, so I'll be talking today from the perspective of that sphere because here I have the most expertise. For 7 years that we worked in hospitality recruitment with Middle East countries, I can say that most companies out there looking to build a diverse team with a mix of nationalities, not just because they want to be like tolerant and modern, but also because it's good for business. Clients, guests are coming from all over the world, and it is great to have like a pieces of different cultures in your team to accommodate those guests. So you see the intention. To create a diverse team, you need to have people from different nationalities. Let's say I have a restaurant and I want 3 people from Europe, 3 people from Asia, 3 people from like Africa or Latin America. But here starts the problem. The quantity of applications from different regions is very, very different. From Europe, we get a lot less applications because the salaries in Europe are similar to what they have in Dubai or like Doha or whatever in the Middle East. So the candidates from that region, they are less interested for relocation. Where if we talk about some other countries, maybe like Philippines or India or Uzbekistan even, we have a lot of candidates coming from those countries. So for every 5 candidates from, let's say, Ukraine, we have 30 candidates from Uzbekistan, and we have 3 positions for Uzbekistan and we have 3 positions for Ukraine. And here you have your first thing that influences in terms of nationality results of your application, and this is competition. Competition not with like everyone, but competition inside your nationality. If I want to hire 3 people from a country where we have lots of applications, it will be very easy. But then I'll be looking specifically for Eastern Europeans or Europeans to complete my team. And this way it could feel that you're applying and you're not getting result, or like that company is discriminating some nationalities, but it doesn't, because they hire people from everywhere, but some positions for some nationalities they just close faster, so you have lesser chance of getting them. This is the first case why nationality could matter. The second case is when, let's say, restaurant brand is built around a national idea or like a national tradition or like some specific national culture. When we were hiring for a Spanish brand, genuinely we were more interested to hire people from Spanish-speaking countries in order to ensure that the guests that come to Spanish restaurant can experience that like Spanish atmosphere and have people in Spanish to talk to and like have representation of that Spanish spirit in the brand. So it doesn't mean that that restaurant will not hire other people or other nationalities, but the preferences would go towards candidates from Spanish-speaking countries. The third thing that also could influence nationalities that are preferred by the client is different kinds of government regulation. Like in Saudi, for example, they have Saudization programs. The government obligates employers to hire a certain percentage of Saudi nationals in their team in order for them to be able to hire people from abroad. Or maybe the company already has some visa quotas because it also comes from government, and for some countries it could be easier to get quotas for visa, for some countries it could be a little bit more difficult. And if the company already has visas for a specific nationality, for Moroccan, let's say, then they will be looking for Moroccan. And from outside it could look like discrimination because the company is looking for Moroccan people only, but it actually is not, because they have other people working in their team, but at the moment they are looking for some specific nationality. Also, one more thing that I want to address, because I also heard about this and I want to clear that out, that different nationalities get different payments. And again, from experience, I have never received an inquiry from a client where it was like, this nationality will get this amount of money and this nationality will get this amount of money. Quite opposite, actually. Most of the companies, they have a fixed basic salary and it is not negotiable. So you whether agree to the terms or you don't agree. For positions of top management, there's always negotiation, but it's always individual and it depends on candidates' expectations and a company budget. So it's a whole different story. But for the line positions, usually it is pretty straightforward and it is usually decided before even candidates apply. If the company has kind of range for the salary, like between $700 and $800, let's say, then usually, in most cases, it will depend not on the nationality as much as on your performance during the interview and on your skills. So to sum up, I know that there are definitely some companies that are less decent than the others and make questionable choices. But if we are talking about the region, about the market in general, I wouldn't say that I see any country being left out, especially in hospitality. If you're struggling to find a job, try to see what else you can do to improve your application, to improve your CV, to maybe use different tools, to maybe apply to the companies where you have higher chance of getting shortlisted. Even though nationality could be a factor in your application process and your rejection sometimes, I definitely think that it's not a major one and it should not keep you from finding the job that you want. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was useful. If you have any questions or stories you want to share on this topic, please comment down below and like the video if you did, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.